Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, to the channel. Do you have those games? But it's just not enough what you can bring to the game, what you can bring to the table, when you feel whatever you do won't win you those games? I've had them. Willows has had them. There's going to be two more games, two more players who had those games. And they are all going to be in this video. Willows here is driving the Batchat 25 TAP. SneakGarcia is going to drive the WZ120 1GFT, and we're going to finish off with Rodders in the Grille 15. And all three games share the same outcome. The big spoiler in the beginning. It's going to be a bit of a heartbreak. And I'll try to liven up the games with my riveting commentary, and maybe also try to tell you what they could have, should have done differently to maybe win. I mean, the first move Willows did here wasn't a bad one per se. He went up to spots, and he did spot a few tanks, and then nobody was there to shoot them, and this was maybe the best of terms of things that he could have done, bumping into the Reds. But you can see it's 1 minute, and both teams have lost a tank already, and he can shoot his T-32 once and then twice. Ooh, no, back, mate. Yes, gets that shot in. Lovely, good clip. In on, I think it's a Pershing actually, right? Good clip in on a Pershing. Maybe shouldn't have taken that shot, but yeah, he's now looking around, trying to figure out what is happening, and then he decides to bugger off because he realizes he hasn't got any shots available here. And the Batchat is a tank that has to rely on the burst damage on 3 shots in its magazine. Yeah, in retrospect, I think he should have gone towards A-cap way quicker. Maybe even right after the beginning of his spotting run, go towards A-cap. Try to light as much targets as possible, because yes, you do have that 3-shot capability once, and dodge the shot, no, yeah, dodge it. He doesn't dodge the shot, but he does manage to not let that T-49 blow him to pieces and knock like 1k of damage off of him. But still, he lost some HP, and that's not good. There's a T-54, he wants to left a Motion, which is a very big target. A Pershing clears a KV-4, and his Centurion friend is bleeding as well, so he decides to move in, get a tank cleared. No, that's not going to happen yet. I think he should have stopped there and go back, because the Waffle realizes you're coming, and he does get shot. Puts the Waffle on fire, who's burning, come on! And doesn't clear him, which is unfortunate, leaves him on, what's it, 13 hit points? Yeah, drive behind the Waffle, ram into him, kill him, and 143 hit points left. It is a 2-2, but it's a fairly healthy exp. It is a 1-2 versus a fairly healthy exp and a full health Motion. And the Motion seems to know what he's doing, so Willows gets this shot in, there we go, yes! Once, and then drive away, don't get shot, mate, don't get shot. Whew. He managed to get away. And then he makes a bit of a handbrake turn, there we go, just a little bit. And what's he gonna do now? Right, stop there, drive back. I will go for a full reload, and I think I would have gone towards A-cap. I would have gone towards A-cap. Just get there, make sure you have A-cap running, and once they start to chase you, who is he? Oh, he's spotted, that's unfortunate. Once you got A-cap running and they start chasing you, or capture B, you can just run around wreaking havoc, trying to get pot shots in on the Motion or on the M6, A2, E1 exp. And the exp is on B now, we all know that, because the Motion is right over there. And Willows is on C-cap, and they know that as well, because the cap counter is turning green. And the exp has captured B, and Willows has recaptured C, and he has to do that. And if he had gone towards A earlier, he might have been able to get that counter up. He's on 3.5k damage so far, and well, the rest of the game is not going to be very exciting. There's a little thingy going to happen in just a few seconds now, where I want your opinion on what is happening, because he parks himself here behind a bush, which is good, and he's a light tank, and he spots the motion. There we go, and he's still behind the bush, and he spots it. Just how is it that little gap right over there between the rock and the bush? Has to be, otherwise I can't think of any other way that Moisture would have been able to spot him. And the Moisture is going to blind fire the bush in a second. There we go, because the Moisture realizes he's spotted, and there's a shot. HE blind firing, and I think Willow should have just reloaded earlier, and then he would have been able to clear the Moisture. I think, yeah, would have been able to clear the Moisture, but he's on 4.6k damage already, with a little bit of a fire starting, and he does realize that the exp is probably going to go towards A. No, he's capturing C. What is the motion? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know which tank it is, and neither does Willows. But he does decide to really get going, to start rushing towards A cap, and then hopefully catch that M6 A2 E1 exp by surprise, and maybe shoot him some more. And we already know what is going to happen here. This is going to be a loss because of victory points, and there's no expo there. The expo is there. There he is. Can he shoot him? No, he can't, because the expo is behind the rock now and behind the hill with a little bit more damage. And this is when you get tired, I think, when you just realize, all right, there's nothing I can do now to win the game for my team. I'm just tired. I'll just sit here behind the rock, get just one more shot of damage in, and then hide behind the rock. I'm not going to risk a tank, not going to pay full repair costs for it. I have to pay costs anyway, and these are expensive tanks to run. There is 5k damage, and the battle is finished. It's a loss of first class, a high caliber, as you can see. And look at the team. He could have done a few things different. Willows 79. I think I've pointed them out. But thank you, mate, for sending this one into me. Sometimes it's just not enough. And SneakGarcia, you had to be really patient, mate. There was a lot of stuff coming up in WoT Blitz that I had to cover, that I wanted to cover before I was able to put your video on the channel as well. But yeah, here it is, the WZ120 1G FT in the, what's it, the graffiti camo? Or maybe like bubblegum strips camo. That's what it is. It looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous. But it's a camo, so it makes you more sneaky. Which is really good, because you are already SneakGarcia, and if you then have camo to make you more sneaky, then you shouldn't knock a tree down. People might know you're there, and don't poke out of the bush. Just find it back. Yeah, there we go. One shot. Great shot in on the exp. Yes, and he is looking your way. No. I think you could have realized that you were spotted. But the exp decides to go behind the rock and then move forward, because why not? And that's 2 shots in from SneakGarcia, who's not so sneaky anymore now because he's spotted. But that exp, yeah, guys, just one word of advice. If you're on Naval Frontier, there's always tank destroyers in these bushes. Well, always 9 out of 10 times there are tank destroyers in these bushes. If you get shot from these bushes while crossing that open space, keep moving, or go behind the rock and stay there. And this is Garcia trying to help the T-28 Proto, who did not realize that lightweight was rolling in, and you could have shot HE up the ass there, which would have, well, maybe caused an engine fire. But the lightweight clears the T-28 prototype, and that means that Garcia has lost one of his teammates. But ooh, how did that one miss? The Wi-Fi did not get killed. Yes, gets a shot in on the Tiger 2. And here he makes a little bit of a mistake going forward. And he does shoot that Tiger 2 over there. Does realize he is spotted. The Tiger 2 is rolling backwards, turning around. Shoot him once, yes. And this is, what is it? What's the moment again? It was a little bit of a mistake. Yeah, there it is. He was still spotted. He wasn't as sneaky as he wanted to be. He's been racking up the damage. But this little shot It wasn't a shot that he needed to take. In the meantime, the T28 HTC Independence is rolling around. He bumps into the HTC, realizes that that tank doesn't really have to pan to go through his front plate. You might want to wiggle a little bit. No, bounce it just one more. Right, wiggle a bit, and then lower plate. Oh, no, doesn't get the kill yet. Has to bounce another shot. Blocked 1240. 4 shots from the T28 Independence, bounces the shot on the front plate, and can he get him now? Can he get him now? Can he get him now? Come on, reload. You have to do a 1 versus 5. Yes, that's 1 versus 4 left. That's still sticky, but a lot better than a 1 versus 5. And now he decides to make his last, and yeah, park your butt up against the wall, which is always a good thing, slightly into the hill. That means it can't flank you. There is the lightweight. He's spotted, but the lightweight is feeling very brave. No, it's the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is feeling very brave. All guns blazing, YOLO Rambo mode style. What shall I do? Shall I pop? Yeah, I spotted him. Guys. He's over here. I got a free tank from my event. He spotted me as well, so I'll drive away now. I will not reset my camo. I will drive away and I will make sure that he knows which way I'm coming from. And I think I'm being sneaky, but no, but this is SneakGarcia who will shoot you and not ram you to death, so he does save a little bit of hit points. You were trying to be sneaky, Wi-Fi EOC Biz, but you were not sneaky enough, because this is Garcia and he's even far more sneaky than you. And then you have this situation. Ooh, 640 blocked. 640 blocked from the SU-152. Goes down, clears the lightweight, and he should have gone just forward. Risk getting shot by that SU-152 maybe, or maybe, oh, this was good. Get one shot in, yes, the SU-152 has not fired yet. But here you should have just stayed here and shoot the front of the tank. Left and right of the gun, you can easily penetrate. There's no way you will be able to go up this part. Yes, you shot that lower plate there, but that means that you flatten out the front plate of your armor, SneakGarcia, and the Tiger then manages to put one shot into you, and that means that the SU-152 only has to splash you with HE and kill you. Nearly clutched it to the end. Bit of a heartbreaker. People will say, well, he's in WZ, that ain't no heartbreaker at all. But 6.3k damage, if you do that, and your teammates do this, then I think this qualifies as a heartbreaker. Thank you, mate, Garcia, for sending that one in, and sorry to have kept you waiting, buddy, but it's here now. And then the next one, the last game. It's going to be Grille 15. And it's going to be on the Dorf. The Himmelsdorf. And it's going to be Rodders in the Grille 15, who has featured on the channel before, so sorry if I've offended anybody who has sent in replays and has not featured on the channel before. But Rodders sent me this one in and he said, well, Martin, are you interested in this one? Because this is a first for me. This is a first for me, and yeah, I would love if you would feature it on the channel. Well, here you are, buddy. Can you shoot the FE? No, the M103 backs up. You would have had a shot right. This one then, there we go. One shot in, 717, and a little bit of tracking assist as well. Let's just back up the Jagdpanzer. There's room enough for everybody here. And this is what happens when you have teams going in here. You have that M103 sitting here, long range shots down Banana Road. The Jagdpanzer 100 trying to get shots down Banana Road. Can't shoot the Grille, but we can shoot the FE over there. Yes, great shot, 634, and Rodders realizes he is spotted. Yep, that distance was too close, but he also realizes now there's a backshot 25 TAP on his flank. He can move in. Just count numbers over there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the right side, and as long as he stays behind the building, he cannot be shot. He's got the range on this Panzer 70 cavalry, gets a shot in and is spotted again. But he's going to stay here and just wait until the Batchet is spotted again. Goes around. Batchet is still behind the building. He is safe from harm. Can get another shot in on the top of the Kampfpanzer. There we go. This is all just textbook gameplay, basically. But you can also see that the rest have managed to put his team into just one corner of the map. And the Batchet is going to pop. And here Rodders makes a mistake because he moves in too quickly, gets shot once by the Batchet and then twice by the Batchet, and then he has to revive his driver, which he does, and then he can go in and clear the Batchet who's on a reload. Come on! And you would have been able to get a shot in on him and well, maybe live to tell the tale. You would have lived to tell the tale anyways, because the Batchet would never have been able to clear you, but you would have had your health still there, fully. And it's going to play a big part in the end game. The T123 is taken out by the Kampfpanzer. The E100 says turd or tart or anything, and is probably really busy typing and then gets shot in his turret side. There we go, 586 low wish roll. That's unfortunate, it's unfortunate. But is there going to be any help from a Jagdpanzer E100? He's behind the building. E103 is behind the building, not doing anything. This shot, just in time, on the Jagdpanzer E100. Ooh, T5041 to your left. There's a Death Star to your left. Go forward, get a cover. Did you see that shot from the Death Star? He missed. He's reloaded just in time to clear the Jagdpanzer, and then turns around. Can he get a shot in on the FV? No, he can't, and he realizes that this is an auto-loading American tank, and you should have gone forward, maybe, Rodders. Get behind the rubble and the T110 E3, and then you wouldn't have missed this shot. And this is going to cost him dearly, because the M103, or it's the I-7, the M103 is already down, the I-7 is, well, trying to stay hull down, etc., etc. But he's just side-scraping that. He's just waiting and wishing for his teammates to help him. The red Grille is rolling in already. The E100 is rolling in. Rodders can clear the T54E1. There we go. He thinks he's all down, but nobody has a weave on top of the turret. Pop adrenaline. And yeah, this is all done and dusted for. Oh, this is unfortunate, but can we bounce a shot from... Yes! We can bounce a shot, and then the HE is not enough to kill him. But a little love, a little nudging from the E100 does. But look at the damage, just over 7k. The first time Rodders managed to push over 7k, and then you have teammates like this. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. My name is Martin Dogger. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you've liked it. Please leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Cheers, happy tanking.